Good morning, everybody, and welcome back to the Miss Phins Show. I am your host, Miss Phins. Welcome. Thank you so much for coming through. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the like button. Let everybody else know we are here, guys. We need the like button because it's what tells people that we're live. So, if you guys can help me out here, that'd be great. Thank you so much. So hit the like button. Hit the like button. Um, thank you. Good morning. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Today we're gonna be discussing the Miami Dolphins mid-season review. Well, defense review. For week 10. This is Remix Friday because we have a Monday night game. So on Monday I'll do the game preview show. Like typically I do it today, but because we play on Monday, it just makes more sense. You know what I mean? But yeah, guys, hit that like button. We're gonna go ahead and discuss it, break it down, give you the stats, and also give you what it means for the team as far as where we're at right now compared to other teams, especially other teams that we're gonna be facing soon, i.e., the Rams, the Raiders, the Patriots, who are three next opponents, ladies and gentlemen. So, thank you so much, guys, for coming through. Much appreciated. Go ahead and hit that like button. Also, remember, too, you, too, can be the difference. Okay, so go ahead and subscribe. Help us get to 1,500. Also, too, you can become part of the family. So please go ahead and become part of the family by becoming a member. Very easy. Just hit the little join button at the bottom, click, and you got three different tiers to go ahead and select. Also, too, let's remember to keep it clean, guys. We don't mind debates here. We love debates. Just, be kind to each other. That's all we ask. And then you can find Miss Finch Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern, every Monday to Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And on Wednesdays at 8 p.m. too for League Wide Wednesdays with my co-host, Mr. Color Commentary. Thank you very much. And like I always say, we win together, we lose together. Dolphins for life. Okay? Let's get into it. Shout out to everybody in the building. What's up, Insanity? First up, good morning. Good morning. We got Red Riding Bills, one of our awesome members. Good morning. Mean Green in the building. Good morning, Miss Fans. Happy Friday. Hope you and the family are well. I am. We are. Thank you very much. I hope you're too. Holy smokerooski. So, yes, ladies and gentlemen. So, we spoke yesterday about the midseason review for the offense, compared that to where we were and how we ended last year and where those stats were at to compare. Obviously, last year we fell short. We did not win the division, nor did we win our playoff game, making our season short. So we ended up comparing and contrasting the offense by the end of the season to where we were or to where we are mid-season and kind of showing you that. So if you want to know and get the mid-season review for the offense, go ahead and check out yesterday's show. That's the one I broke it down. Today, we are discussing the defense, ladies and gentlemen. Which, by the way, we are running a 4-3 defense, even though ESPN still has us listed as a 3-4. Coach Weaver, it looks like it's the base defense we're using is a 4-3 defense. So it's a little bit different than what we have run in the past. Now, that doesn't mean that we don't switch it up, but he does tend to, at least per Pro Football Reference, which is who I'm utilizing for this information, has us down as a 4-3 defense versus a 3-4 base defense. There you go. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and get started with the defense and where we are at. Obviously, I wrote this down for us so we knew where to go and we knew what to think for. I'm gonna go ahead and pull up my show and tell real quick here for us. And before I do, or while I do, holy smokes! Did you watch the game yesterday? The Thursday night football game was so good. It's literally the best game, or probably second best game. But it was the Ravens, Bengals at the Ravens. Holy smokes, what a shootout. How was it? The defenses were humming in the first half of that game. And then here comes the second half. It was just a shootout. They get a touchdown. They get a touchdown. They get a touchdown. They get a touchdown. But at the end of the day, and I said it, Zach Taylor, man, being way too overly aggressive on his um Dan Campbell kind of lifestyle, I guess, because he was overly aggressive. There's nothing wrong with being aggressive as a head coach. You want to go ahead and put your team in the mind frame of, we can do this, let's go out there and get it. But you just went all the way down with like no time in the clock practically. One touchdown. One timeout, and you get the touchdown you need to tie the game. All you have to do to get into overtime and give yourself a chance at winning this game is kick the field goal. Kick the field goal. No, what did they do? They chose to go for the 2-point conversion, which is great when you get it, but those are so few and far between as far as teams being able to get it, that I said it. I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if this decision right here cost them their ability to get into the playoffs, because now they have, instead of being 2-5, or what is it? They were 4-5 going into the game last night. They could have been 5-5 at 500 with still 7 more games where they had the opportunity to go maybe 12-5 or even 11-6. But yeah, you had him losing this game. Now they're far into 6 losses. Now they're 4-6. That window of the playoffs and postseason is practically closed for the Bengals. So we'll see what they do, because unless the Ravens completely collapse or the Steelers completely collapse, the Bengals' opportunity to be in the postseason is pretty much over because of that one decision. And I wouldn't be surprised if that head coach gets replaced, but we'll see. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to give you that brief, because again, it was so good. If you didn't watch it, go watch it, man. It was awesome. Absolutely awesome. It was a great game. What's up? What's up, Aquavision? Welcome, welcome. Whew. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, currently right now, the Miami Dolphins, where are we? Poof. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. One more time. Everybody's feeling fine. Here we go. Yes, yes, yes. Here we go. Miss Phins has got the flow. You like that, right? Remix. What's up, Clip Next? Welcome, welcome. Okay, so the Miami Dolphins right now overall are listed as the 12th best defense in the league, ladies and gentlemen. Overall. But I'm out here being told that our defense sucks. So, which is it? Are we good? Are we not good? Do we suck or not? And the answer is fairly easy. Our defense is actually not as bad as it may seem. Now, there are certain factors that get us to where we're at this current moment. But according to Pro Football Reference, which is whom I utilize, it is a website that you can go to as well. They aggregate all the NFL stats and go ahead and put it in one little nice bow for us to go ahead and take a look at. Maybe I should do this. There you go. With them, you can see right here where the Dolphins are currently listed as 12th overall in team defense. Let's go ahead and break that down right now because when it comes to points for or points allowed by the team, this defense is currently ranked 17th, ladies and gentlemen. So those are the points that are allowed. We are right in the middle of the road, ladies and gentlemen. Right in the middle of the road. This defense is ranked when it comes to points allowed, 17th. When it comes to total yards allowed by this defense so far for the season, we're ranked 7th. Okay? Now, when it comes to taking or getting turnovers from the other team, we're not that good of a defense, or at least we haven't, because right now we're ranked 27th, ladies and gentlemen. We are currently ranked. Come back to me. Come back to me. We are currently ranked 27th. Tis no bueno. 27th. Just not good. Okay? Points allowed. These are total yards allowed. Okay? Now, when it comes to fumbles that the defense takes as our team, we're ranked even worse. Worst. We're 29th. So when it comes to this defense, what does that tell us overall? Just overall numbers where we rank. That means that this defense is very good at stopping yardage from the teams, opposing teams. But we're doing it by just getting tackles. We're not maybe even getting pressures to the quarterback. But we're not doing it by getting or forcing turnovers or forcing fumbles from the opposing teams. We're one of the worst teams to force fumbles or to force turnovers and take them. We haven't been good. Period. Not even a little bit. Like not even close. Those are very bad numbers because as a defense you want to be able to do those things. Those are extremely important to be able to force fumbles and force turnovers. The reason being is because that way you're allowing your offense to get extra possessions, extra opportunities for them to go down the field and put up points. Why? Because as we've seen, you have to put up points to win games. Only, yeah, we have to put up points only in order to win games. So, hey, what's up, Jeremiah? Welcome, Jeremiah. Miss Funds. Well, it's Miss Phins, but I appreciate it. I am fun. So thank you very much. I love having fun. But interestingly enough, right now this team is just not able to force those turnovers like we need. That's going to be a major improvement this second half of the season, especially if we are trying to make that push into the postseason. I know right now a lot of people are going to say, Miss Finn, stop it. We're not getting into the playoffs. Listen, I'm with you. We're not. We got what, like 2% chance of making it to the playoffs, if that. But there's still a chance. Until we have 8 losses, technically, we still have a chance. Realistically, I think we cannot sustain any more than 7 losses. But if we get to 8 losses at 9-8 at the end of the season, we're just not gonna make it because the AFC right now, the way it's currently constructed, it's what was I say? Sorry, excuse me. The AFC with the way that it is currently constructed right now, ladies and gentlemen, the AFC North is taking over. Um, it's taking over the AFC period. Obviously, you got Kansas City in the West, but at the end of the day, the North is the one that has two solid teams in the Ravens and the Steelers. Now, granted, Steelers still haven't played a divisional game, so they still have all 6 divisional games to play. Next week, I believe they play the Ravens. So that's gonna determine. That's the only win. It would take a complete collapse from the Steelers or Ravens for the Bengals to get a shot at um the playoffs, the postseason. But I do believe the North will be the only division in the AFC who will have 2 teams for sure playing. They'll have either they'll probably end up having like the number 2 for the divisional winner and the number 5 locked up in that division. That means number 6 and number 7, in case you guys are wondering what I'm talking about, we're talking about the playoffs. Number 6 and 7 will be the ones that are technically up for grabs, but realistically speaking, no. It's gonna end up being what do you call it? Why did I put playoffs in? Yes, I did. Here it is. Excuse me. Oh, I need to refresh it. You see, they're 4 and 6. Oh Lord, it's gonna be tough. But where are the Ravens? There you go. See, the Ravens right now is 7 and 3, but because they're technically 1 game behind from Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh just did their bye. I no, they haven't done their bye. They haven't played yet this week. Once they play this week, then that these two can flip. If Pittsburgh is able to maintain, then they will probably stay at 3. If not, they'll flip to 5. So 3 and 5 are pretty much taken by these two teams in the AFC North. 6 with the Chargers over there in the West is gonna be very tough. It's really just Kansas City and then the Chargers. That's it. Right? Denver is really not gonna do much when it comes to getting higher into the postseason, but they do have an opportunity to maybe, even if they can beat out Chargers, they can overtake the 6th position. But I don't see the AFC West being a division with 3 teams. I don't see any division having 3 teams in the AFC, period. None. But for sure, the AFC North will have 2, and they'll take up the 3rd and 5th position. So that means if we stick to the West having number 6, the 7th seed is the one that's available for us. We're 12, ladies and gentlemen, at 2 and 6. Bengals just lost 2 and 6. They just put themselves back behind the 8 ball too. We have some opportunity left if we're able to get 2 more wins and climb up this wall. Okay? But it's going to be tough. 1 game at a time. Now, with that being said, this is why you need your defenses to be stout, ladies and gentlemen. And our defense for the Miami Dolphins is currently at 12. No good. What's up, Chef Jew? Welcome. Dolphin Don, welcome. CB83, welcome. Yes, happy Friday. Good morning, guys. Happy Fridays. Happy Friday. TGIF. Welcome. So let's continue, ladies and gentlemen, because now we're going to go into the passing game. Where right now this defense is when it comes to the passing game, okay? There it is. No. And the Miami Dolphins right now, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, overall, we are 12th. Overall defense, okay? When it comes to the passing game, we are 5th. When it comes to attempts that we allow other teams to have in the passing game. When it comes to yards that we allow, We're number 4. So our passing defense is actually very, very good. We have a good passing defense. Right now, it is currently ranked 4th in the league when it comes to the passing defense. That means our secondary is doing really, really well. Our safeties, our linebackers, our corners. Well, our safeties and our corners. And then obviously the linebackers also help out in that scenario as well. Overall, our DBs are the ones assisting with that, and we have been really good being top 5 when it comes to the yards allowed. So what does that mean? That means that when it comes to the air, we are what do you call it? We are stopping you. Okay? But don't worry, I'm gonna get to the running game in a second. But does that translate? Are we able to also stop teams when it comes to passing touchdowns? Because that's also important too. At the end of the day, it's not yardage that matters. You could have 37 yards, but if your defense is giving you the ball at the 5-yard line and you got 5 touchdowns, well, guess what? That's a really good defense and even a better well, it's a really good offense by getting the 5 touchdowns, but an even better defense by putting their team in that 5-yard line consistently for those 5 plays. So that's why, ladies and gentlemen, yardage doesn't matter as much as long as you can keep them out the end zone. Okay. And shout out to Adam S., one of our awesome members. Oh my God. For 12 months. Yay. Thank you, Adam. Round of applause. Thank you, Adam S. Now, thank you, Adam S., for being a member. Round of applause. Thank you, Adam S. Now. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Oh man. Yeah, 1 whole year, man. I can't believe it. That really. It sounds so much. I don't know. It's what my brain went to when I did this with the round of applause. Okay, leave me alone. Mm. Anyway, let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to passing touchdowns, this defense is actually top 6. They're 6. So we're not allowing that many passing touchdowns. Oh, it is. Thank you. See, I'm guessing that's the PBS Kids Bop version. Yes, it is. You know, we all know Kids Bop. It's like we all grew up. Listen, anybody close to my age knows. Wow, that's let's see the Kids Bop and the that's what I call whatever volume 67. Like, yep. Telling you. But yeah, anywho. So right now we're 6, ladies and gentlemen. When it comes to passing touchdowns, we're number 6 in the amount that we allowed, which is pretty good. Now, all of this is relative to the opponents we've had because I can already hear the chirping, Miss Phins. We've played nobodies. What do you mean? Of course, our defense is doing this. Okay, relax, people. We played the Jaguars, who are not good. We played the Bills, good. Seahawks, midway. Titans, bums. Patriots, bums. Bye week. Thank God for the rest. Colts, bums. Cardinals, kind of mid. And obviously, the only good team we played, and we played them twice, really is the Bills. And we were very competitive with the Bills. It's the best game we've had in 2 years. I don't care what anybody tells me. So right now, I get it. Maybe it's not, our defense is so good because they're not playing a higher caliber of opponents. But you still got to put into consideration, ladies and gentlemen, any given Sunday. You can only play who's in front of you. But you know what I always find very interesting? I always hear the Dolphins have played nobodies. But when it's Kansas City Chiefs or the Bills or the Ravens or the Bengals, you know what? And I heard it last night. I was like, you can't make this up. The Bengals have been taking care of their lesser opponents like as they should. Da, 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 right? And they were propping up the Bengals. But the minute is the Dolphins, their quality of players haven't been that great. That's probably why they've had some success. But when it comes to playing teams that are good, they haven't been good. Right now, the record is 1 in 3,000. Like, I'm telling you. What's up, Nene? Welcome, welcome. ABAB, good morning. Delusional Pitchers fan, welcome. What do you mean you play the big bad Patriots and Jacoby Boom Boom Brissett? They're not good, okay? Y'all weren't bad. You lost your teeth. Y'all are right now, y'all got dentures. You don't even got teeth anymore. The New England Patriots no longer have teeth. That team, they got dentures, okay? Next up, we're about to give you, we gave you the Phins, as a way of sayonara, Bill Belichick. So now he gets to take care of his stuff. But seriously, for the other teams, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're taking care of the teams, the lesser teams like they should. But no, for the Dolphins, it's like they haven't really been playing good quality teams right now. So we have to see what they do versus the top tier playoff contending team. And you know what? It's true. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just keep the same energy for all teams. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying nothing else. But no, not for the Dolphins. And I'm not talking about just the fans, because fans will fan. Fans can say whatever they want. I'm talking about the actual national media out there, like the big pundits, all of them. And I'm like, what? I can't. I'm telling you. But anywho, let's continue. Now, another thing though, when it comes to passing, like we mentioned before, we're not good at takeaways or forcing fumbles. We're 23rd when it comes to forcing INTs. So that means our safeties, our corners, they have not produced like we need it right now. Not at all. Not even a little bit. We need takeaways, ladies and gentlemen. And look, as far as the interceptions that are thrown, we only have 4 for the entire year. That's awful. We're 23rd in the league with only 4 INTs. That's not good at all. We have to be able to get these extra. Clearly, let me put it this way. Clearly, this offense needs this defense to play top 2 defense. Because apparently that's the only way that we can win games. Okay? Yeah, exactly. Look. The defense needs to step up. The defense needs to step up. They need to do their job. Mind you, we're going to completely ignore the fact that these top teams in the first half give us opportunities all the time. But no, we're just going to ignore that. And the millions 3 and outs that we get, the defense needs to step up. They need to step up. Like, get out of here. They do need to step up, period. I mean, defense wins championships. We need them to do good. I'm not negating that. But let's not pretend. Okay, let's not pretend like the offense is out here putting up 30 points. Because they're not. They get back-to-back 27 points. Oh my God, this offense is cooking. I don't know about you, but my watch says it is 8:32. I'm just trying to check the last time this offense scored 30 points. Someone tell me because I can't remember. I'm just saying. My gosh. Okay. Both sides of the ball have to play. Well, technically three, because we also have special teams. But when it comes to the passing game, ladies and gentlemen, we do need to step it up. Enforcing more turnovers, to me, that's going to be one of the best ways that we can go ahead and give this offense up even more opportunities, because they're giving them opportunities. We're getting a bunch of 3-and-outs. And I will show you that as well, ladies and gentlemen, because everybody wants to pretend like we're not that good. And you don't want me to call out this offense when it comes to third downs and fourth down. But don't worry, I did yesterday. But we'll talk about, those third downs that everybody keeps talking about. Don't worry, we're going to get there in a second. Well, that's where we're at right now. Look, we've only had We're only allowed in the passing game 8 touchdowns, people. 8. That's good. That's why we're 6th in the league when it comes to passing touchdowns. I get it. The opponents, blah, blah, blah. We got to see what they do in the second half. That's why it's called the mid-season review, ladies and gentlemen. Now, compare that to last year. Our defense last year, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to... Damn, I'm good. Sorry, I just patted myself in the back. When it comes to... Put that puppy there. What was it about? Touchdowns, right? When it comes to touchdowns allowed, ladies and gentlemen, in the passing game, we ended the season last year at 27th. Sorry, tied for 25th. My apologies. Tied for 25th in touchdowns allowed last year at the end of the season. I was at the end of the season. If you want to compare mid-season to mid-season, I got that too. I'll pull them numbers up too. Just give me a second here. I gotta flip through my little notebook. Oh, I gotta flip a lot. Damn, where the hell is this? Nope. Oh, there it is. You want to compare mid-season last year to mid-season this year? And the passing game, touchdowns allowed, ladies and gentlemen. This defense ended up in the passing game. We ended up being yards per line once again. Turnover by the year. Passing touchdown, 25th. We were 25th. I'm good. Look at all this information I'm able to provide you guys. Go vote for me, Miss Phins. By voting, I mean go subscribe. Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate you. What's up, Kenna? What's up, Shake Money? Welcome, 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 guys. Okay? Let's continue. So, you can say this defense has improved when it comes to the passing touchdowns. From being mid-season last year, 25th, to staying 25th in passing touchdowns allowed, all the way up to half of this season, we're 6th in the league. We'll see how the end of the season review, how that compares, but clearly we're better. Okay, now let's go into the rushing game, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see the rushing game, the rushing game, the rushing game. Let me see the rushing game. No, damn. Hold on. If you're la pina colada, and getting caught in the rain, if you're not into yoga, if you have some... Oh, come on. If you're not... Okay, this is just same song. Been around the world from... that's good enough. We're not looking for the Chargers. We'll talk about them in a minute. There you go. Okay. Now, when it comes to the rushing game, ladies and gentlemen, this defense right now in attempts or allow in rushing attempts that they go up against, we're 16th. When it comes to rushing yards allowed, we're 13th in the league. We are 13th in the league, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just above mid when it comes to rushing yards allowed. What does that mean? That means that our D line, for the most part, it's gonna end up being the D line, the one that's actually pretty good and not stopping the run per se, but minimizing the effectiveness of the run. So your sack sealer, Calais Campbell, your Bonito Jones, your Deshaun Hand, your DT, that D line is the one that's helping you in minimizing the yardage that you take based on the opponents that you have. Now, don't get me wrong, that's just the D line. They're the first line of defense, literally. But then you also have your linebackers who are helping you out secure that as well. And shooting those gaps to not allow those running backs get clear view of the holes available for them. If we continue to play that kind of rushing defense, that will minimize how teams are able to go ahead and come after us. What we need though is to have better tackling in my opinion. That's one thing that I've noticed. It's been an issue for us regardless of the personnel that we've had. Now, has it gotten better? Yeah, some people would say it's gotten better. Others would say we're missing Jerome Baker. And Jerome Baker has always been crapped on by this fan base. And yet, I still got to remind people, you do realize Jerome Baker, although he whiffed on a ton of important tackles, he actually was our number one tackle for 3 years in a row. And people somehow, poof, never give him the time of day for that. I'm like, yeah. He may not be the best, but at least he is consistent at getting you tackles. And right now, we got to deal with Akba, who has been playing really good. I'm not gonna lie. And really good, I mean, good enough to assist us with it. Anthony Walker has helped us out too. Jordan Brooks has also helped us out too. I've seen some development from our rookie in Chop Robinson, specifically out in the edge. So if we can continue to have these guys continue to perform and assist at D line, then we should, in theory, either stay at 13 yards allowed, 13th in yards allowed in the rushing game, or get better. Now, last season, at the end of the season, our rushing yards allowed, we were 7th, ladies and gentlemen. We were 7th in the rushing yards allowed. And in mid-season last year, if you want to compare mid-season to mid-season, in the rushing game, we were 10th. So we improved from being 10th to 7th by the end of the season. Right now, we're 13th. Can we improve upon that? We have to find out, because the level of competition, not all of it, but I'll say half of the level of competition that we're about to face. So sorry, guys. Will be better. So we have to see how much that will affect how we end up being. Now, when it comes to rushing touchdowns, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Delusional. When it comes to rushing touchdowns, right now, currently as we stand, ladies and gentlemen, you can see here we've allowed what 10 rushing touchdowns. That's what we've allowed. In rushing touchdowns, we're 27th. We are 27th, ladies and gentlemen. We are 27th when it comes to rushing touchdowns. So what does that mean? So you guys can visually see what that means and the interpretation of that. That means that we are very good as stopping teams from gaining yards when it comes to the run game. But if they hit the red zone, or even just outside of the red zone, and they're running the game, they're running the ball, they have a very good chance of scoring. They have a very good chance at scoring. That's not good for a run game. That's not good. It's not. Because at the end of the day, you can have 30,000 yards in a single season. If you got 3 touchdowns, you're not winning games. Period. I don't know how many times I had to remind people, especially when somebody was the number one quarterback yardage this season. Great. What were we when it comes to touchdowns? The number one offense last year. We look at all the yards. Great. How are we doing in touchdowns? I mean, I can literally tell you. I have the numbers. Wait, that doesn't help me. Yards don't help me for nothing. Somebody help me out in the chat real quick. Wasn't there a team this past weekend that literally had I think the quarterback had like 90 yards and scored like 4 touchdowns? Wasn't that the Ravens last week? Like this past Sunday? Is it me? Or help me out. What I know you guys know. You guys are awesome. You guys are always very astute fans. Go ahead and help me out. What team or what quarterback ended up having? I say quarterback because it just makes it easier to talk about the team. But what team ended up having, or what offense ended up having like 90 yards, but ended up having 40? No, it was no, it was 90 yards passing, but they had 4 touchdowns. What's up, Dolphins? Turn them on. One of our awesome members. Let's go. Welcome, welcome, welcome. But seriously, what I don't know. I forgot. It was the Lions. Okay, thank you, Tim. The Lions, where I think they're passing. They literally had like 97 passing yards, but have 4 touchdowns. And you're like, what? Is that same scenario when you have the defense giving you opportunities to be able to go ahead and get the ball back with short yardage, which our defense has done multiple times in the last 6 years. But we're gonna forget that. Right now, this defense, we're stopping teams gaining yard, but we're not stopping teams when it comes to the rushing defense. Not at all. And that's not good. That's not good at all, because in a passing game, we're good. If you get into the red zone and you're passing the ball, not very likely you're going to get a touchdown. But if you decide to run the ball, our goal line stand, our red zone defense has to step up, because you cannot just keep getting gushed up the middle. And it's not even like it's not with the teams. I mean, let me go back to the schedule. Like, which running back game really is like that for us to be giving up so many rushing touchdowns? Like, I get it. Marvin Harrison Jr., I think, had one of us this week. You got James Cook. Okay, fine. Maybe one that Josh Allen might have run himself. But these teams aren't rushing teams like that. The Jags, Travis Etienne, I don't even think did that good against us. And we barely won that game by a miracle. If it wasn't for a punch out, we'd be screwed right now. We'd be. So, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like, we have to guys, keep the chat clean, okay? Can we stop? Keep the chat clean. Thank you very much. What up, Michelle? Good morning. Good morning, beautiful people. Good morning, Michelle. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. One of our awesome, awesome, awesome members. But yeah, these aren't rushing powerhouses, but they've been able to get through. That's not good. That's Bonito Jones. That's the linebackers not filling those gaps when it comes to the goal line. When it comes to that red zone defense, it's also on the on Weaver as well, putting us and the right personnel to be able to stop those rushing touchdowns. But that's where we're at right now in the rushing game. When it comes to drives, this defense currently right now, the drives that we're going up against, ladies and gentlemen, that end up in scoring, we are currently 13th in the league. We are 13th in the league in the drives that end up being scoring drives. That means we're above. We're above the mid teams. We're in that I don't want to say upper echelon because that's really top five, but we're if you break it up into quarters for the league, obviously 32 teams, that's going to be 8. We're in that like second quartet, if you will, or quarter um of the league when it comes to scoring drives allowed. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, ladies and gentlemen. That's actually pretty good. Now I'm gonna talk about this defense. Don't worry. There's a little more. Then I gotta talk about this defense. And I'm gonna highlight right now. Highlight it right now and I'll talk about it in a second. 13th, that's really good. Again, but when it comes to taking or getting or having those drives end in a turnover, we're 26. So again, we're good at slowing down teams in scoring, which is a good thing. But when it comes to getting turnovers, we're just not getting those turnovers, and we're one of the worst teams at getting turnovers, whether it's as forced fumbles or interceptions. See you later, Nene. You can stay. You don't gotta go, but I get it. Some people can't let go of the past. I tell him all the time he needs to go to therapy, but it is what it is. Um, so we gotta be better in that. When it comes to the third down conversion, ladies and gentlemen, the money down, if you will, for both offense and defense, right? Because that's what they keep telling me. Oh, and by the way, in rushing touchdowns last year, mid-season, before I go, our defense in rushing touchdowns allowed, excuse me, we were 21st mid-season last season. And at the end of the season, we ended up being tied for 17th. So we got better towards the end of the season. That's a good thing. From 21st to 17th, that means a good progression. Right now, being 27th in touchdowns allowed in a rushing game, I see nothing but up for us. You know what I mean? So we gotta continue to be better when it comes to that. Now, when it comes to third down conversion or the money down, like most people say, we're actually in that top 25 percentile of the NFL. We are 6th, ladies and gentlemen, in third down conversion percentage allowed. We are very good when it comes to the third down. And I know a lot of us are gonna say, yeah, Miss Phins, but look at who we've played. Okay, I get that. But that doesn't take away from the fact that this defense has been pretty good and only allowed said much. Guys, we need 10 more likes. Help us out here Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We're getting ready to go ahead and we don't have much longer, guys, but I do want to make sure that you guys get this information so we see what this team is and where it's at right now. And that money down and getting off the field, we're six. That's good. That's good. When it comes to fourth down conversion percentage, ladies and gentlemen, we're 19th. We are 19th. So in fourth downs, you have an opportunity to be able to get that fourth down on us. But in okay, see, bro, I can't. Let's continue. Um, 19. We gotta clean that up in fourth downs. We do. We gotta clean it up. Now, mid-season last year in fourth down conversions. Where were we? Mm, Funny enough, in third down, we were seventh. This year, we're sixth. So, okay, we're better than last year's. That's for sure. Oh, no, no, no. Sorry. In third down, we were 12th mid-season in third down. And then in mid-season last year, this year, obviously, we are six. Sorry, defense. Oh no! Did I not write it down? Hold up, I think I have it. Give me pressure, red zone. We're 20th. There you go. We were 20th, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to third down. Is that right? Or am I reading the right thing? I don't know. It looks like I might not have written it down. Regardless, it's all about this year. So, where are we this year? No, Kenna, you're not. I don't care what you say, but you also have to read the room, man. Come on. Um, where are we? Now in red zone percentage allowed, ladies and gentlemen, that end up in a touchdown. You're 16th. This Miami Dolphins defense right now is 16th. That's not good. That's actually a lot better than what I thought it would be. You would think that we would actually be worse, right? Especially since it comes down to what in rushing yards with 27th, in rushing touchdowns we're 27th allowed, in passing touchdowns we're sixth allowed. If that rushing touchdown number goes from 27th up, then our red zone percentage is gonna get so much better. Right now we're literally top 50th in the league when it comes to touchdowns allowed in the red zone. That's good. Middle of the road. You have to understand too, guys, we have Coach Weaver. It's a new coach, a new DC. And then from there, you gotta be able to also understand we don't have the same players we did. We don't have AVG. We don't have Christian Wilkins. We don't have Rubber Hunt. Wait, Rubber Hunt is the offense we want to talk about. In defense, especially those two guys, we don't have ABG, we don't have Wilson, and there's a few other guys that we don't have, like Deshaun Elliott right now and Brandon Jones, who are balling in other teams at this point. So with the new personnel that we have, some sprinkled in from before, to be 16th in the lead, literally right at the middle, right mid. That's not bad, ladies and gentlemen. That's not bad at all. Now, one thing I will say though, this defense has to be able to be better when it comes to penalties, guys. When it comes to penalties right now, the Miami Dolphins, we are currently ranked. Oh, where are we? 25th. That's not bad. That's not bad. We gotta continue to be better. What does that mean? Have even less penalties in this defense. But you know what? One thing I didn't do yesterday with the offense, I will do today. Let's take a look at those penalties, ladies and gentlemen. Because this defense needs to be better. Well, guess what? No, let me not this one. When it comes to penalties, let's check out this offense. Where is this offense at? 59 accepted penalties in this offense, ladies and gentlemen. The Miami Dolphins offense is 11th. That's horrible, ladies and gentlemen. That's really horrible. 11th, we're practically top 10. 11th when it comes to penalties. That is a ton of pre-snap penalties that we're seeing. A ton of illegal shift. I maybe saw like one illegal man downfield. Horrible. That's the penalties for this offense. The defense is 25th. I will tell you this: Weaver has this defense very well disciplined, and you can tell by the very small amount of penalties that this defense is taking. Alkovich, Miss Hins, did you see who got fan of the year? Yes, I did. Lisa Siegel. I'm so happy for her. She absolutely deserves it. And I voted for her. So I'm so glad that she got it. She absolutely deserves it. And I'm so happy for her getting it. Everything she does for the community, everything that she does. What do you call it? For the Dolphins Cancer Challenge and really bringing the fans together. She's awesome. So I'm so happy for Lisa that she got it because that's exactly who I voted for. So I'm glad that she got it. That's for sure. They're missing tackles. Okay, CB83. I'm pretty sure I said that earlier. Yeah. Yes, he did, Finsanity. So the guy, I forgot his name, Armando or whatever, he won international fan of the year for the Dolphins. But Lisa ended up winning the NFL fan of the year for the Dolphins. So yeah, very happy for her. I'm stoked. Like literally, I put all her little information because almost feel like, are we answering like a health questionnaire or something? But yeah, but Lisa got it. I'm so happy for her. She was completely taken by it. It was great um seeing her reaction and all of that, man. She absolutely deserved it. And I'm so happy. And she was telling me, yeah, maybe I'll end up getting it. You never know, in a few years. I'm like, a few years, okay. And poof, ended up having it. So we got our international fan of the year, and then the NFL fan of the year for the Dolphins. So very happy for her. So at least they both got it. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this defense right now, I like the discipline for the defense when it comes to not getting that many penalties. But one thing, if I have to say overall from this defense, again, you know me. I always give them 6 to 8 weeks for the defense to gel. We're right around that time. So to me, this is the baseline midseason. Now we got to see what is the defense, how is the defense going to respond for the second half. Now that we have what, three more divisional games who are also conference games. Um, Overall, we have six more conference games, three of which are also divisional games, and three non-conference games. We have to continue to just get wins. At this point, the conference division doesn't matter anymore. We have to just get wins. And like I mentioned earlier, our defense, yes, they have missed out on several tackles. You're right. But in third down conversion, we're still sixth overall in the entire league when it comes to this defense. When it comes to fourth down, we're 19th. But if you're really good in the third down, which is the money down, a lot of teams are not getting the opportunity to get to fourth now. So we have to go ahead and see how they'll end up being at the end of the season. But to me, this defense so far, I think we have established a good baseline. Obviously, these numbers from looking at it, our passing defense is better than our rushing defense. Our rushing defense is kind of mid compared to other defenses in the league. Our passing defense is actually top five compared to other teams in the league. The only problem that I see, whether it's rushing or passing, is our inability to get turnovers, i.e., forcing fumbles and taking them, and getting interceptions. If we can increase those, that's going to help us increase our numbers too. Now, we should be getting some guys that were injured here and there, but at the end of the day, this defense is actually it's okay. Zach Sealer, from all intents and purposes, I saw him tweeting that because of his wife, he will now, moving forward, wear a visor every game. So I guess he's getting fitted for that, and it looks like he's on a trajectory to come play this Monday, which is a good thing. We need it. What's up, Von Joe? Welcome, my bone. Welcome. Um, but overall, I think this defense is doing pretty good. I mean, we're 17th in points allowed, so we're right in the middle. Again, with new personnel and a new DC. What can you expect from that? We have no money put into this defense whatsoever. Besides, obviously, Ramsey. I know Sealer got his little, realistically, it's a 2-year contract, but his little 3-year contract, extremely team-friendly contract. But besides Ramsey, we haven't played Holland, which I don't think we will. We got Poyer. I think everybody can admit right now, Poyer needs to be shipped out somewhere. I will send him to North Korea with that absolutely spy stuff he did on this last game that some would say cost us dearly. Well, everybody would say it cost us dearly. What I want to say, it cost us a game, but I don't think that single-handedly cost us a game. But it definitely didn't help. That's for sure. So we have nobody. What, Kendall Fuller that we paid? That's it. Calais Campbell, 4 players. Ooh, and by paydays, these are small contracts. These are not even worth. We're not talking about 5-year extended with 90 million fully guaranteed in that contract. That's not what we're talking about. All of that is in the offense. So for being that this defense is actually not that big of a defense as far as the personnel that we have, honestly, we got a bunch of randoms. And a defensive coordinator who is doing his best to put them together and to get them working as one unit. And you can see where the success has been so far in the league and where we're at right now. majorly this second half, and this goes to player execution. This isn't on the DC. Player execution, they have to execute more turnovers, i.e., the forced fumbles, i.e., the interceptions. So, yeah, that right now, this defense for overall being where it's at, all the way up to this midseason, I think this defense has been doing pretty good. Now, if I go to last season, because I was also a new DC, we had much better personnel. Last season in our defense, I gave it a C plus. The goal is obviously to have a top 10 defense. Do we have a top 10 defense? No, we have a mid defense. Man, I'm a hard grader, yo. I gotta give this a C plus too. Mudbone, please tell me where the defense discipline is, please. These tackles that they're not getting. Okay. Please elaborate on that. Vonjo says, Miss Phins, what you got paid doesn't equate to the effort, execution, and talent you put on the field. Brewer isn't paid much, but he is a top center this year. Absolutely right. So that means that Tyreek Hill, Tua Tagovailoa, and Jalen Waddle are all bums because they're not top in their relative position. So is that what we're talking about? Or at least, I mean, they're not executing, at least. Is that what we're talking about? You can't say that, Miss Fans. We didn't have Tua for 4 games. And obviously, Tyreek and Waddle don't know how to play with nobody else, so you can't say that. You see how that works both ways, ladies and gentlemen? I'm not negating it. I'm not negating it. What Von Joe says is 100% right. The money you get paid does not equate to how good you're going to be. Not even close. How many people have got paid massive contracts and have been bums? And how many rookies have come out here and you're like, holy smoke, i.e., the Brock Purdy's of the world, or even, shoot, starting out, J.J. Watt, one of my favorite defensive players. He was what? I think he was a second overall pick for the Texans. Do you guys realize that their fan base booed when he got picked in his draft class? They booed live, people. Live. They booed. And he did it in an interview. He said, I wanted to make sure that I will put my mark on this team. And I'm going to make sure ladies and gentlemen, he is, in my opinion, definitely one of the best players in his position. Now, granted, being second overall, I mean, you got to pay a little bit more, but you're not getting paid out here like the top players in the league because you're a rookie. No matter if you're first overall. This says Brock Byers, top tight end and a rookie. Look at Sam Laporta when he came out. Top 10 tight end. Actually, I mean, some people would say it's probably top 7 tight end when he came out his rookie year. How many wide receivers did you flipping? Justin Jefferson, rookie. He wasn't making $100 million, $200 million as a rookie, but he came out there and he balled. So you're right. What you get paid does not equate to the effort you put on the field or your execution in the game. You're 1000% right. That goes both ways. So when you do get paid, that doesn't mean you get to sit back just because your starting quarterback isn't on the field. That means that you're supposed to level up and be better So that way you're allowing your whoever your backup is, no matter who, the opportunity to come out with wins. Help your team survive that time that you don't have your starting quarterback. But no, apparently our team didn't get that memo. So right now, this offense versus this defense, which side do you think is better? I'm gonna go ahead and put that in the comment. That'll be a very short poll. Well, I have to before I do that, grade the defense. B, because I'll never start with no A. People are delusional. They want to go ahead and do that. D and F. What do you grade this defense, ladies and gentlemen? Hit that like button. Go ahead and let us know. What do you grade this defense? What do you currently grade this defense? Help me out here. What do you grade this defense? Where it's at. We need 10 more likes, guys. Hit that like button, guys. Maybe we have seen Waddle's ceiling. He is starting to look soft. Looking soft and being soft are two different things, man. You can be riddled with injuries. That could also be another thing. The problem is, Vonjo said it. You got to execute. We've said this before. Player execution is solely on the player, period. All the coaches could do is set up the game plan, put people in positions to succeed. If those players choose not to or don't put the effort in to overcome these obstacles before them, then yeah, they're not going to be successful. That's not on the coach. Players have to execute. Players have to execute. And right now, this defense, say what you will, ladies and gentlemen. Obviously, you always want a top 10 defense. Who doesn't? But being 17 just to start off right off the bat, and remember, we give them 6 to 8 weeks. I wanted to give them 4 to 6 weeks. But obviously, with everything that happened, I gotta go back to my 6 to 8 weeks. We're at that time, guys. We're right in the middle of the season. So perfect time to score them. Yeah. I will give them a C. For me, this defense is a C defense. The offense, based on where we're at right now, I'm gonna be nice and give them a D minus. This is a D minus offense. The only good thing going for this defense is the rushing game, and it's just rushing yards that we're getting. Not even rushing touchdowns, because rushing touchdown in the offense, we're 23rd. So for my defense, for my offense, it's a D minus. For my defense right now, mid-season, that just means they can improve. The goal, top 10. Grade, I gotta give them a C. The offense is way better than our D. How? How is the offense way better than our defense, Cliff? Let's go. Talk to me. What do you think about this offense that would make you feel like it is much better than our defense? Our defense stinks. Okay, how so? You can't just, I mean, I guess you can, I understand people just making statements and have nothing to back it up. And it's not you, that's in general. People do that all the time. What are you gonna do? But what about our defense? That it stinks. How does the defense stink? I'm just wondering, anybody can answer that question. How does the defense stink? How is this defense worse than our offense? I just showed you the numbers. The offense looked great last game. That is true. One game. How many games have we played so far? 8 games. Okay. 1 for 7. Got it, sir. It's beautiful. Hey, they did look great. You're right. That's it. That's all you got. One game that the offense looked great. Would you say, Cliff, this offense, this game that we're talking about, which I cannot disagree, the best game I've seen in 2 years. Do you think this is the best game we've played so far in the last 2 years? The defense never looked great. See, I'm not an absolutist or absolutist because I don't deal with absolutes. Never, always, no, no. Nothing's ever always or 100% or never. But you do realize we have a new defensive coordinator. This is year 4 in the same offense with the same quarterback and head coach. We're just gonna forget that. Third year with pretty much the same weapons and offense. We're just gonna forget that too. Um, Completely different defensive team in personnel wise. We've probably kept 30% of the guys we had. Everybody else is pretty much new. But we're gonna obviously ignore that as well. Duh. So who do you think should be looking better? The offense absolutely should be looking better than the defense when all the money is in the offense. All the effort has been put in the offense. And this is year 4 with the same offensive scheme and regime and head coach and quarterback tandem. I almost feel like you're agreeing with me, Cliff D. This offense is supposed to look great. You're right. I can't even deny that. This defense is not supposed to be that good. You're dealing with a brand new DC again. You kept 30% of the personnel you had from last year. You've got what? You don't have big stars really in this defense except really one, which is Ramsey. And then you got some decent guys in like Campbell and Sealer, maybe Fuller. You don't got powerhouses or number 1 players in the NFL in the defense. You're right, man. I can't even deny it. I agree with you. I agree this defense hasn't been great. Hence being 17th overall in points allowed. You're right. I can't even deny. This defense right now is ranked right now. This defense is currently ranked 12th. 12th in the league. Let's see where this offense is ranked because I want to be fair to everybody. Where's this offense ranked? Where's Miami? Where's Miami? Where's Miami? Round up. Oh, I'm sorry. Somebody help me out here. Maybe I need glasses. What number is that? I'll wait. Mike McDaniel cannot put a defense together, cannot hold or get defensive coaches here. Has zero clue on how to develop a defense or even getting any production from them himself, and it's absolutely clueless. And of course, we all know he chose Tua over anybody else. What are you saying, AB? You literally said the same thing, but opposite with Mike McDaniel. J Biz, what's up? Look at this. Defense ranked 12th is good with all the injuries they have. I didn't want to bring injuries up because I think that that's unfair, but you said it. You see what I mean? You got to keep this in perspective. I was nice when I gave that offense that we have mid-season a D minus. Maybe I could bring it up to D just to be nice. But when you're ranked 32nd in the league, especially when you go from technically number 2 when we ended up, but we were literally number 1 all the way up to the last week. Until the last week, then we fell to 2. But we were number 1 the entire season as an offense, and then we went down to 2, and we ended up at 2. So I'm just going to leave it. Going from number 1 all year last year as an offense, third year with the same regime, players, QB, all of that, to 32nd in the offense, right? No, I'm sorry. Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm not. That shows me 12. That shows me 32. But okay, that's fine. I don't know where you're getting your ranking from. It's probably from somebody else. You know what? You're right, Clifty. If the offense is ranked 19th, hey, that's great. That's great. Let's see. Let's see where we're at right now. Yeah. And points scored though, where's that? When it comes to points, putting up points, where's this offense at? Miss Face, you can't say that, okay? Cause guess what? We didn't have to for 4 weeks. You're right. Technically 4.5, because he did again get concussed again. So, mm. But hey, what do I know? We're only 27th when it comes to this offense getting into the red zone and actually ending that drive in a touchdown. But we're gonna forget that, you know? The fact that we can't put up points to save our lives. But this offense looked great last game, ladies and gentlemen. Never forget that. Yep, you're right. Never forget that, ladies and gentlemen. So there you have it. You have my grades for both offense and defense. As I showed you guys, absolute room of improvement. And this is one thing that I know nobody wants to talk about, but we got to bring it up. I don't want to be in a tank. This is where the draft is looking up as of now. This is going to be tough for us, ladies and gentlemen. But if we don't want to be here, we want to put ourselves in the winning column and getting into the postseason, we have to take it one game at a time and work together as an offense and defense to be able to win the following games. And right now, we don't have 3 easy games. We have 3 winnable games, but we don't have 3 easy games. We travel. I think the team was Friday. I think the team travels today. We're traveling across the country to play the Rams in LA on Monday Night Football. Then we got to come back, play at home the next 2 games. Raiders should be a better game. They don't have a reliable quarterback, and their defense took a major hit with Christian Wilkins getting injured and out for the season. Patriots, yeah, they're bums, but it's a divisional game, and they're always going to play us hard. It is what it is. That's good, AB. Keep watching film. It'll help with the knowledge for sure. I think everybody should watch games and watch film and break it down. What's up, Sax Man? Welcome, Miss Phins. Where we currently stand in the draft, we would pick in the eighth pick. Yep, I just had it up. You must have just come in. We are currently eighth, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to the draft. As of now, mid-season, we are picking the eighth overall pick. Mid-season. This is where we are. We can't deny it. This is where our team is right now. But we have winnable games coming on. These next three games, we got to take it a game at a time. We got to beat the Rams, who are actually in a slight upward trajectory. And Monday, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to discuss the game preview. So you guys will go ahead and take a look at that. You guys will be able to see that when we come, obviously, on Friday or Monday morning, because it is a Monday night football game. I figured why not do it then? So come out on Monday where we're going to be doing our game preview for the Rams or the Dolphins at the Rams, ladies and gentlemen. And then we'll go ahead and discuss that, breaking down for you in detail what to expect, what not to expect. Obviously, I'm going to be breaking down the numbers, how their offense and defense does well versus our offense and defense, and how we can go ahead and take advantages of some of the matchups that we have going on. Break all that down for you guys on Monday for the game preview. What I need from you guys now is, let me go ahead and end this poll real quick, see where you guys have this team going. Hit that like button, guys. If you haven't hit the like button, who would I pick at eighth? I'm not interested in the draft. I actually really despise talking draft talk in the middle of the season. It absolutely drives me up the wall. Heck, I don't even like talking about the draft. Postseason, not in the off season. I hate talking about the draft. Every person we get excited about, we never pick. Why am I going to waste my time and resources to try to really look at these players' film and how they could better our team when our GM, when I know my GM at this point, I can comfortably say I know my GM and what he ends up looking for. And I know my head coach. So at this point, I don't want to focus on the draft. I don't want to talk about the draft. I don't care if we got 10 losses. I'm still not focused on the draft. I just can't. It pisses me off wasting my time when I know there are great players out there that could make a day one difference for us, especially if we're in this win now mode. But, our flipping GM refuses to go ahead and get us those players, and in turn, our head coach too, because they do it together. So, but yeah, I can't. Safety's our biggest need. Well, some people would disagree with that, but right now, actually, you know what? I might be able to see. I think they have it here as a score for this week. Obviously, the playoff matchup. This is a mock draft right now. This is who they have. So they have Travis Hunter going number 1, Will Johnson 2, Mason Graham 3, Tetairoa McMillan 4th, Shador Sander 5, Cameron Ward 6, Will Campbell 7, and Kelvin Banks Jr., the OT out of Texas. That's who they have for us at number 8. There you go. I can't. That's the most draft thingy you're gonna get from me. If we're gonna round out the top 10, Quinn Ewers for Tennessee and Abdul Carter for the Jets at Penn State. There you go. That's the mock draft, how they have it over here at the Tankathon. I like the Tankathon. It's pretty. It's nice. And what am I going to say? It's easy to read, so I like that. Now, somebody said we're going to end up picking at 15th. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the perpetual. This is our Miami Dolphins of the perpetual mid-pick, because we are the most mid team in the entire NFL. If you don't believe me, Google what's our record for the last 100 or 150 games. And we've got I'm not even lying to you, a 500 record. I just couldn't believe it. We're good enough where we can, what was it? No. We're not good enough to get into the playoffs. Just shy of it, right? But we're also not bad enough where we could get a top 10 pick. It's horrible. It's absolutely, it's purgatory. Exactly, True Blazer. It sucks. I can't stand it. It's so frustrating. This is where we live. We live in the perpetual 15th to 18th, really more like 17th, 18th pick. It's so annoying. This is the Dolphins' realm. I want to get out of this realm already. Oh, God. Michelle says, I'm all for drafting Cam Ward. That man is unflappable. I know a lot of people want Ward, bring him home. But AB's right, man. I don't think we'd have to mortgage everything to try to get AB. And at this point, we just don't have it. We just don't have it. It just makes it frustrating. There are opportunities that we had to really make this team better. And right now, we're stuck in, well, we got the 8th pick. And, ladies and gentlemen, we better be getting this win because right now we're 2-6. Any team with 7 losses, forget it. They're done. They're cooked. They're cooked. You might as well just tank completely. We're cooked at 7 losses. Absolutely steam fried at 8 losses. But our margin of error is 1 more loss. That means we're going to have to go 8-1 in the last 9 games. That's not going to be easy. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. We really are stuck in NFL purgatory, Michelle. It's a bummer, I'm telling you. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. This is your Miami Dolphins mid-season review with our defense. Thank you so much, guys, for coming through. I really do appreciate it. It's awesome to have you guys over here. You heard the numbers. You saw it yourself. You saw where we're at, what we're doing, what it meant, what those numbers actually mean. I didn't just read them off. I told you exactly what it means per our defense. Right now, we've got 3 winnable games, but it's not going to be easy. As long as the Dolphins take care of business over here with the Rams starting on Monday Night Football, prime time. If we can go ahead and get that win, we'll be one step closer to be able to get our team into a position to perhaps maybe compete for that 7th round spot and get into the playoffs or backdoor into the playoffs. And then, what do you call it? Give ourselves a chance. Listen, in 2007, the most unlikely team backdoored themselves as a 6th seed in the playoffs. Not only did that team win the wild card game, they ended up winning the divisional game. Then they ended up winning the conference championship game. Then it all came down to the Super Bowl. And in 2007, the most improbable team with the most improbable quarterback ended up having one of the greatest comebacks of all time in NFL history to stop the behemoth who was well on their way of getting to tying the perfect season. And what did they do? They ended up beating, and yes, you are right, Saxman. The New York Giants ended up beating the New England Patriots, who were heavy favorites in winning that game, and they didn't. So what I'm here to tell you is, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not here to give you false hope. There is still a path to a path to the playoffs. We have to take it one game at a time, and we got to produce both sides of the ball at the end of the day. If we can do that, what I'm saying is there is a chance. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, there is a chance. So enjoy your Friday. Thank God it's Friday. Guys, catch Miss Phins Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. Every Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. Eastern. Guys, you can catch Miss Phins on Monday morning, ladies and gentlemen, we will be doing our game review for Week 10. The Dolphins traveling over there to the Rams for that Week 10 matchup to end Week 10 in Monday Night Football, guys. Go ahead and check it out. You can also check out myself and my co-host, Mr. Color Commentary, every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Check out this week where we had our awesome friends from the Phins tailgate, the Insomnia crew, Mr. Shake Money and Crypto. That was an awesome show, so go check it out. We had great trivia, intermissions, and a lot of fun. So go check that out. But guys, again, this is Miss Phins. I'm Miss Phins. I need everybody today to remember it takes no talent to be kind, ladies and gentlemen, to be trusting and believing in yourself. We got to give maximum effort, guys, in being kind with each other because at the end of the day, you never know how your little bit of kindness really could literally save somebody's life. You have no idea how many people's life you have saved by just being kind in your entire life. So let's go ahead and be out there, be kind with each other. Thank you guys so much for supporting, coming over here, stirring up trouble. But it's okay. We still like you. Keep hope alive, exactly. Keep it together, keep it together, keep it together. Keep hope alive, guys. The hopium is still here. Did I take it with me, people? Anyways, guys, don't do drugs, kids. Love you guys. Take care. And as always, fins up and bye-bye.